Good evening. This is the week 6 recording for HIUS530 concerning fundamentalist and modernist. I decided to do my research this week on the Scopes monkey trial, which is one of the most misunderstood events in all of American history, especially the 20th century. The reporting on this trial has many flaws. As stated in the abstract, many people believe that the Scopes monkey trial was a major win for the modernists, for those that were not believers in Christianity, while Christians kind of view this event as being a no big deal, so to speak. Many Christians that I personally know do. But in reality, it did greatly damage Christianity in terms of perception amongst the general public. And I think that the articles that have been chosen will show you this. The first one is from the New York Times, and it actually is titled, "Evolution Trial Raises Two Sharp Issues. State Will Denounce Scientific Theory, and Teacher Will Defend Academic Freedom." In this article, along with the very next one as well, which was written roughly 10 years after the Scopes monkey trial, they refer to John Scopes as a biology teacher or a science teacher. In reality, he was neither. He was just a substitute teacher. In fact, there is speculation as to if he ever taught evolution or not. Many historians believe that he did not. That this was something that he was kind of put up to, so to speak, in terms of the ACLU and others wanting to challenge the Tennessee law that prohibited the teaching of evolution. So as this article is saying, Tennessee is kind of anti-science, while the teacher, in this case John Scopes, is in favor of academic freedom. Moving on, this next newspaper article is from Baltimore and deals with the case 10 years later. And as you scroll down and just look at this real quick, they refer to Scopes again as a science teacher. It says that he was a member of the high school faculty, remarked the law is being violated all over the state. He thumbled through his biology textbook to prove it, so to speak. Again, he was a substitute teacher. He was not a full-time faculty member. As you continue to scroll through, if you were to look at this particular article, it talks about some of the important figures such as William Jennings Bryan, Clarence Darrow, and others, and talks about how that the law was upheld on appeal, so to speak, and it remained in effect in Tennessee 10 years after the trial. But to me, one of the scary aspects of this is the fact that there's still incorrect information being reported. And then this last article is from is from Indiana. It is from the Indianapolis Times, September 22nd. This is just a few weeks after. And this particular author, I think, takes, I don't want to say a cynical approach, but he takes more of what I would consider to be an accurate approach in terms of, he says that the trial settled nothing in terms of human origins. So, to me, this is saying that, those that believed in evolution, the trial didn't say that evolution is correct. He also did not say that, in terms of this author, did not say that the story in Genesis is correct. He's saying that it's still an unknown. He also goes on to say that it didn't settle the constitutionality of Tennessee's law that prohibited the teaching of evolution. And he also goes on to discuss a little bit how that, the individuals that were on both sides made some rather outlandish claims in terms of, the actual trial. For example, the author here says that the judges didn't made the statement that he didn't know much about the science of evolution, but he was against it. And he's kind of making the argument that the individual's kind of narrow-minded, and that individuals on the other side also had a conflicting point of view. So needless to say, as I try to bring this video to a close, and I apologize for it being a little long, the Scopes monkey trial really, I agree with this author, didn't settle a whole lot in terms of being a damaging argument against the fundamentalist. I think that the modernists, or those that are anti-Christian or anti-Christianity, I think are wrong for believing so. At the same time, this cannot be viewed as a strong victory for Christians either. It truly probably was in many ways the trial of the 1920s, one of the major events outside the Depression and the coming of World War II. But I think that many people have the wrong ideas about this trial, and I think a lot of it has to do with how it was reported then and how historians have reported on it since. I hope everybody has a great and wonderful day, and I hope everyone is safe. Everybody take care.